I'm Tracy Fullerton. I'm the designer and director of Walden, a game. And Walden, a game is an experimental game in which you play Henry David Thoreau, the American philosopher and naturalist. And you take on the experiment that he set for himself in 1845 when he went down to the woods near Walden Pond in Concord, Massachusetts, built a cabin, and stayed there for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days, living a life of simplicity and really exploring what we need, the basics of what we need in life to survive. Not only in terms of food and fuel and shelter and clothing, these are all the things he mentions, but also inspirations, the relationship to the woods, sounds, the animals and wildlife that surrounded him. Inspiration also in books and ideas, and in taking that step back by going to the woods and looking at society from a slightly, just a slightly farther away perspective, getting a sense of the world he lived in from just over the hill, if you will. So, in the game, the way this plays out is that you go down to the woods. When you start the game, it's 1845, it's summer, your cabin isn't yet finished, and you can get right to work in finishing it if you like. Or you can wander our woods, which are a faithful reproduction of the woods of Walden Pond circa 1845. And you'll find there the wildlife that Thoreau spoke of, the plants and animals, the trees. You'll find, the pond itself, which is a beautiful jewel in the middle of our woods. And over the course of our in-game year, there are 8 seasons of change in which the woods will develop and evolve, and learning those woods, learning them so well that you know where the best berries are, and where it is that you're going to find a peace and solitude, a moment of reflection, where it is that you can hear the whistle of the railroad blow or the bells of the church chime at just a moment. This is the expertise of this game. A reason that I wanted to make this game is that Thoreau was doing his experiment at a particular moment in time when society and the pace of life were really speeding up for him and for the people of 1845. The technologies like the railroad, the telegraph were coming in and really, making the pace of life something, that he wanted to consider. Is this a good thing? And I think that this kind of reflection on accelerations in the pace of our life is something that's very topical, that we are experiencing ourselves right now, with the way that digital technologies have increased the pace of our own lives. And I think that reflecting in the same way that Thoreau reflected on his time and the changes of his time is something very valuable for us today. It's something that I hope that this game will cue us to do, and it's one of the reasons for me that it was such an important topic to take on.